The Constitution of India. Preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution.
Hello children, welcome to our English class. The more you try to control something, the more it controls you. Free yourself and let them take their own natural course. Don't limit your challenges. Challenges your limits. Okay children? So, this is your new lesson. It's a small story by Muhammad Bashir. Take your textbook, new lesson. Okay? Children, page number 80. The rightful inheritors of the earth. Everyone is talented and has something to contribute to the society. Man is always in the company of animals, birds, insects and often shares his thoughts, concerns, doubts and frustrations with them. Let's read and enjoy a short story by Muhammad Bashir, who is also known as Rightful Sultan. Okay? Lesson, the rightful inheritors of the earth. Children, rightful meaning lawful, on behalf of the law. Inheritors. Who are the inheritors? The person who inherits. അവകാശികളാണ്. ഭൂമിയുടെ അവകാശികൾ ആരൊക്കെയാണ്? Just watch this video and we'll come back to a beautiful story. Okay?
Children, here is the voice of the nature. Each one of us is unique. Each creation of God is always special, just like each one of us is manifested with the different powers and talents. Each organism on this earth, be it an ant or an elephant, has its own adaptability or the power to survive on this earth. Just as your mothers take care of you, Mother Nature too take care of us. As you in turn love your parents, it's your duty to love and care for Mother Nature. It is the duty of each and every one to protect the environment without creating any disturbance to any other living being on this earth.
The rightful inheritors of the earth. ഭൂമിയുടെ അവകാശികൾ. Yes, the rightful meaning lawful. According to the law, inheritors, that means person who inherits this earth. It is everyone who's living in this earth belongs to them. Yes? So I move to this beautiful story. Listen. When I became the owner of a tiny little piece of this wide earth, I felt very happy. Okay? Who was this I? Yes, Muhammad Bashir. So he was happy. Why? Because of this much of land. Yes? He was the owner of this land. How much, children? It was a 2-acre plot with coconut palms and an old house where we could live. So it's that 2-acre plot was filled with coconut palms. Okay? Those were the days when the price of coconuts was going up. The rate of the coconut was going up. And I was in high spirits at the thought of the palm laden with coconuts. So because of that high rate, he was totally excited, happy, because his coconuts was filled with, the coconut palms was filled with coconuts. That's what palms laden with coconut. Laden പറഞ്ഞ നിറയെ ഇരിക്കുകയാണ്. തേങ്ങകൾ മരത്തിൽ നിറയുണ്ട്. So everyone was happy. Yes, because I'm going to get too much of money because of this coconut. That's what the situation. So he said, I was in high spirits, that is extremely happy, excited because of this rate increase, and I'm also having too much of coconuts. Okay, but then came the trespassers. Trespassers? Yes, who was the trespassers, children? We used to see the board like this. Trespassers will be prosecuted, trespassers will be prohibited. What's the meaning for trespassers? That is, those who enter into any place without that owner's permission. Okay? So he called something trespassers. Who was they? We'll see. They did not care about the fence we had put up at the boundary. So this 2-acre plot, they are having fence. What was the fence, children? Yes, we built this fence to stop others to get inside our area. Yes, it's to protect our land. That's the main thing. Moreover, they did not seem to be at all afraid of my watchdog Sham. Not only fence, not only these great people, one more was there to take care of this land, that is watchdog Sham. But these trespassers, they never mind of these things. No fence for them, no people, and no dog. Nothing. They get inside. Who was they? They did not seem to care for anyone in the world. They never cared about anybody in this world. Even the government. They never mind government rules also. They'll get inside. Who were their children? Yes. The first arrivals were birds and butterflies. So, who was getting inside now? Yes. First one was birds. Second one was butterfly. Okay? Good. A wide variety of birds and so many butterflies. Because of the too much of flowers, fruits, nuts was there in his acres of land. Okay? Because of that, these people, they entered into it. So we can't stop them. Yes? Perched on the boughs, the birds chipped on and on. Perched means rest on something. The birds, they were resting on something. What was that thing? Boughs. Boughs means branches. Marathinte chillagal or kilagal kammile. They are sitting. That is their place. Then where they go to sit? How can we stop them that this is our area, you can't come inside? How will we say that? It's impossible, yes? So, but Bashi was joking but saying the reality of the human thought processing. What Bashi was saying? They perched on the boughs, the birds chipped on and on. They were sitting on the boughs and they started chipping. Okay. The butterflies fluttered around in the courtyard. Butterflies fluttered, that means flying, flapping their wings. They are flying in my courtyard. Flashing their colors in the sunlight. Beautiful colors, butterfly. Okay. Then came the crows. So third one is crow. Yes. The raucous cawing was unbearable. than the rackets of other birds. Okay, what about the crows? The sound, raucous, loud noise, that is disturbing noise of too many crows. Cawing was unbearable than the racket. Racket also sound. Cheeveedukalde sound nammal parayam. That was the racket. Okay, of other birds. But the worst was that they missed no chance to swoop down on our hens and chicks. What was the worst condition here? These crows, they never miss a chance to swoop down the hens and chicks of Bashi's land. Okay? So now, next to arrive were the hawks. So fourth one was hawks. What was it? What was it, children? Hawks. Yes. It's also very powerful. Yes. Birds that perched on our coconut palms. They get inside our land and they sit on our palms. However, while they sat in high plains, their aim were just as low down in the dust. Wherever they are sitting, their aim was low down in the dust. What was there? The hawks and the crows had the same agenda. Agenda means? What was the agenda, children? Schedule or their list. Their list was same. What was their list? To swoop down the hens and chicks. Okay? The hawks and the crows had the same agenda while they watched and waited. Okay? The hawks and the crows had the same agenda while they watched and waited. They are waiting for my hen or chicks to swoop down. Because that was their food. We can't stop them. The food cycle. Yes? I think you studied that food cycle in your science. How can we stop them? Next, nor were they alone. There were mongooses in the bamboo thicket and there were foxes in the shrubs. So, then the fifth one was mongoose, then foxes. Okay, children? So, where were the mongooses? In the thicket bamboo. That means dense. Very dense bamboo area was there. These mongoose, they are also waiting for this hen and chicks. And again, foxes, they were also waiting for this hens and chicks. So, all were waiting. My land, that's what Bashir was saying. These many animals and birds, they were all in my land. Is so, children? We are the only owners of this land. These people, what about these things? As a human being, we should think about this. Okay. Foxes in the shrubs close by, ready to pounce on the hens. What is the pounce meaning, children? Swoop down or jump. They took and run away. These two, they took these things and they run. These things, they fly away. Okay, not this one, but these two. Yes, they fly and go. Then there were rats. Again, who is the next one? Rats. Rats, of course, were found everywhere. What about the rats? You can see everywhere. Even as I wondered what right all these creatures had to be on my land. How these things without my permission, they can enter into my land. How it's possible? Then arrived a fierce creature without paws and wings. Again, one more creature that also coming without my, that is what, how he is saying that a fierce creature. Fierce means gentle creature. Who was that? A cobra. Is it a gentle creature for us? Did we feel like that it's a gentle one? So, next one was cobra. Okay? It stood before me, dignified, majestic, its hood spread out. How she was explaining? He was explaining that cobra is dignified, majestic, its hood spread out. Okay? It hissed as if asking me what business I had on this land. But she was explaining that cobra was hissing, that is producing this sound, and maybe he was asking why I was here. That may be its own place, and why I was here. So what Beshi was saying, didn't it know that I was the new owner? Maybe the cobra doesn't know that I was the new owner of this land. Okay, then you had better leave my 2-acre land at once, I said. Now Beshi was saying to these animals and birds, leave my place, this is my area. But then, where could it go? Hadn't the whole earth been taken over by man bit by bit? What Beji was saying here, this whole earth was taken by human being. That is by us. We are building our own land, our own building, huge building, and we are taking this land into our control. So for that, after that, where these animals or birds they will go, how they will live? Without these things, how we will live? The human should think about this in this time. Okay, children, we should think about that. We should think about this, where these animals and birds will live. Okay, so just as we think, animals may also have their own thinking ability. Yes, they will also think. That's what here when she was saying that cobra might have think about that. They invade ours. They also may feel that we are invading their area. Yes, നമ്മൾ അവരുടെ സ്ഥലം കീഴടക്കിയിട്ടാണ് ജീവിക്കുന്നത്. But what we are thinking in the opposite. Okay, children. Now I move to the question answers. Just note it down. Okay. Why did the author feel happy? From the question itself, you can start writing. The author felt happy because he became the owner of a tiny little piece of this wide earth. Okay, that was the answer. But then came the trespassers, children. Who were the trespassers here? Yes, first who came inside that area? Birds and butterflies. Why did the author call the birds and butterflies trespassers? Why he called it like that, children? Because they entered into that area without anybody's permission, particularly without others, that is Beshi's permission. So he called them like that. Children, write your own answers, okay? Give some ideas and write your own answers. Next question, which word are used by the author to describe the cobra? Here, there itself you can see that a fierce creature, then dignified, majestic, hood spread out. Yes, that was the answer. But where could it go? Why didn't the cobra go to some other place? Why, children? Why the cobra was not going to some other place? Because the whole earth taken over by man bit by bit. So where they go? That is the answer. Okay. The whole earth has been taken over by man bit by bit. Okay. So read this beautiful lesson 2 or 3 times. Note down the meanings and question answers and send it to your concerned teachers. Okay children? Bye. I'll meet you in the next